I'm not teaching, I'm publicly learning. But hi and welcome to Learning for the Life in UK test part 419. Authors and writers by doing triangular fiber cartilage complex strain. So we're training that area of the wrist. And if you participate in the triangular fiber cartilage complex training, that is the challenge. So there's Sir William Golding. And the other one's mermaid. So what did we name this? Sir William Golding, Seamus Henry, Harold Pinter. I think these were the three. The three people who won a Nobel Prize. Okay, they said Harold Pinter was a playwright. So he was listed here by the theatre figures. And was Simpson listed? Sir William Golding, Seamus Henley, William Pinter, Harold Pinter, Seamus Henley, Harold Pinter. So Sir William Golding, he won the Nobel Prize in Literature. I don't think there was more. Ian Fleming, he created James Bond. J.R. Tolkien, he wrote The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. And I think it was The Lord of the Rings, which in 2003 voted as Brit's favorite book. Then there's Ian McEwan. And where was that? I know where. It was listed down there. That's the prize given out in Ireland and Northern and England. The whatever prize. And probably then also Hilary Mantel and Julian Barnes. Okay, let's look on page 85 what was it. Novelist Sir William Golding. The other one is a poet, Seamus Henley. Not listed by the poets. So then Agatha Christie, also we had her somewhere, Dame Agatha Christie. Ian Fleming's book introduced James Bond. The Lord of the Rings by J.R. Tolkien was out of the kind of space. And the Booker Prize for Fiction, that was won by Ian McEwan, Hilary Mantel and Julian Barnes. No book named, nothing, no title. Just 3 people listed, if you're going to ask for that. I have that in suspicion. Now, Jane Austen, she wrote about family matters and relationships. She wrote, for example, Pride and Prejudice and Sense and Sensibility. Then there was Charles Dickens, he wrote, for example, Great Expectations, Oliver Twist, and he also created figures like Scrooge. If someone is named today Scrooge, it means that person is... I think it is used to say a person don't want to give money. I don't know, use that word now here in the context, but it means not to want to give money away. Someone who doesn't want to spend money and looks on every penny. And another person, Mr. McCormick. That means someone is always helpful. And Scrooge means not someone who's mean. Yes, the figure Scrooge out of the book A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens behaves a bit mean. But there is another literature figure, and that is Scrooge McDuck. And he's not really mean. He just wants to have all the money over there. Now, and then there is Robert Louis Stevenson, and he wrote, for example, Kidnapped. I never understood the title. Kidnapped. He signs a contract in the book, I think. And he doesn't really know what's in it, and he ends then up on a ship. Yes, that is in a way kidnapped, but it's more. I think it was other contracts more tricked into contract, and he pretty soon. Okay, now I am spoiling the plot, but I never really understood the title Kidnapped. And also Treasure Island, and I think it was Robert Louis Stevenson, Mr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Now Thomas Hardy, he made Far From the Mending Cloud and Jade the Obscure. Or was it not Jude? Now, and then Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, he created Sherlock Holmes. And when Sir Kingsley Mies, he made Lucky Chip, and J.K. Rowling, she wrote the Harry Potter books. These were the authors and writers. If you were just here for the authors and writers, you can go directly to the next part. If you were just for that here, then you can end watching this video. And if you want to be there for the poets, then you can go to the next part, the poets. Now we're gonna do the triangular fiber cartilage complex training, and if you participate in that, it's on risk. And this tennis racket is pretty light, so it has a long lever, but it's light. So if you take a weight, that should be lightweight. Now we're starting with JJOLULOT. We are having a good stable stand and both fists next to us, and we're bringing them down. We're bringing them down, and we're holding it for 1 to 2 seconds. And now up, and we're holding it again for 1 to 2 seconds. And again down, and again down, and down, and hold it for 1 to 2 seconds, and up, the last movement. Now something similar, both fists like that, and now we're bringing them up, holding again 1 to 2 seconds, and down, and holding again 1 to 2 seconds. We have 3 rules. The first rule is that if there is pain, we're stopping immediately. The second rule is that we're not forcing anything, we're not trying to come forcefully and further into one direction, only as far as it goes. And the third rule is that we don't overdo it. So we're doing this all just a couple of times. If you feel that it's too much, then take a break. The first exercise, you will take your arm at the lower arm, you have the elbow in, and then you go with the weight slowly to the outside and to the inside. And again over. And to the inside. One last time over there and back. Now we're saying that the other hand. Then you can hold on the elbow so that you only move the wrist or lower. And the last round. And now I have it with a long arm out. And bring it, hold again onto the arm so it mostly just wrist works. Bring it to the outside. Back into the middle slower. And now slowly just to the side over and back into the middle. Last time. Now the other side. And take hold on the arm. And bring it up. And the last time. Something very similar, just the same, but with a short arm. So take again, hold on the lower. Go over to the side, and again. Wait, was on this side? No, on the other side. And the last time. Next exercise. Now hold it with the back of the hand upwards. Lift up with a neutral position of the spine. Bring it once over slowly. Back in again. And down. And again up. Slowly completely over. Back. And down. Now with the other hand. Up, neutral position of the wrist. Once over. Back. And down. And again up. Over. Back. And down. Now we're seeing the other way around. Now with the palm side upwards. And again up. Slowly. Slowly over. And back. And down. Another time. Up. Slowly over. And down. Now the other hand. Up. Slowly over. And down. And again up. Over. And the last exercise. You can also use a towel or something and just hold it and press with good force on it. And with the other hand. And press with good force. And that was a triangle and 5-carded complex chain. Who were the Commonwealth countries we had so far? Antigua and Barbuda, Australia and the Bahamas, Bangladesh, Brunei Darussalam and Belize, Botswana, Cameroon, and their own knowledge angles. Let's look who we had and if we know where they are for the map. Antigua and Barbuda, I forgot where they are. Australia, but it is not. Australia is big. And the Bahamas, they were here south of Florida. Then Bangladesh, it was here next to India. I don't know exactly. Barbados, I forgot where it is. Belize, I forgot where it is. Botswana, that is in South Africa. Where? Brunei Darussalam, we think that it is that thing here beside Malaysia and Malaysia. Indonesia and Malaysia. And when we think that Cameroon was the one in here in Africa, where, I don't know exactly where. Canada was north of the United States of America, Cyprus and the Mediterranean Sea, and Dominica, we weren't sure of if it is the Dominican Republic. And maybe, yes, we had Fiji, but it's where North Australia, Gabon in Africa, and Gambia, I don't know. Thank you very much, and next time.